The Saba Mikanim this week he brings the Chavas Savavas. Perek Zayin L'Chol Sharim Tshuva. Muser. שתי בחורים יכולים לצאת החוצה או בפנים. אתם יודעים שהיו זה שתי. מפסידי התשובה, אז זה דבר קל שזה חמור. הסכם על העבירה הוא הסמוד על הסויסוק. אדם מסכים לעשות עבירה, דבר שזה יהיה, אפילו שזה קל, אני עושה את זה עוד פעם ועוד פעם ועוד פעם, הסמודל הזה, זה נהיה עבירה חמורה. דברים שזה קלים מאוד, something is very easy, הנה, קחו את זה, נראה לכם, קחו. אם לא תוכלו ללכת, אני פשוט עושה, אני לא רוצה שתפסידו דבר טוב. תוכלו ללכת, אני לא מחייב אותך. המשל זה, לא מסרב לו. מפסידי התשובה, רבי מנקת, הזכרת, I'm reading the Chovas Savos, פרק זין, שער התשובה says like this. כי דיברתי רוב מה שקדם בשער הזה, מפסידהו. What is the something stop a person to do tshuva? ההסכם על העבירה. I make a decision to do a sin. But which kind of sin? Very small sin. What is the easiest small sin that everybody can say and is considering, and if you do a lot of times, it becomes very big sin. You know what is it? Not to say good morning, good night, not to smile to your friend. It's a small sin, not a bad sin, it's a big sin. It's only walking the street and your face is down. It's a small sin, it's not a big sin. But a moment if you're not happy and you're not smiling to your friend and you don't show a good face, it's a small thing. But if you do it again and again and again, what happens is you basically made a decision and that's it. Even if you do one time, two times, but in my city, you do it again and again and again, a small sin comes a big sin. And this goes everything. Common sense is called common sense. You know what common sense mean? Rabbi Shlomo. What is common sense in Spanish? Common sense. Sense, simple. Simple things. Common sense. But if you don't do the common sense, simple things, common sense, simple, not big things, small things. But it's common sense to do it. You get up in the morning and you get up and you go to the bathroom in the toilet, you clean the toilet when you go and make sure you fix your bed before you go. When you go, there's something dirty in the room, you clean. Who says us to do that? Common sense. Something's called common sense. But small things, if you do it again and again and again, one time you do it is nothing. But a moment you decide, in common sense in your mind, you do a couple of times, it comes to, you made a decision for sin. And this goes in everything. You don't see, like I said to you, a person, how much times he has to call his father? He sits in yeshiva here, he learns Torah. How many times does he make a phone call to his father? Once a week, once a month. What is the common sense he has to do? What is common sense to do it? But a moment he doesn't do the common sense and another day passes, it comes to be a big sin. Only once you call one for Haba, how you do Shalom, not close. You don't have to call every day, every month, every minute, but it's common sense to do. You call, once in a while you call. But if you don't do, you do it again and again, you don't do it again and again. The common sense is so simple. It's like basically a decision to do a sin. And this is the big, he says to you, Ad kedei kacha, iku ma'anichano, Yav Chaim take. And if you don't do it, and you leave it alone, and then there's no truth on this. It gets so bad. One time I was taking the bus number 18, 20 in Chav Yafa. But years ago, the bus used to go there. I was sitting there. I was maybe 15 years old. I don't know. I was sitting in the bus. I don't know. I was an old person there, 70 years old, maybe 75. He says to me, I had a big family, one of the best families in the world. But I decided not to connect to my family. I don't call them. I didn't say shalom to them. No weddings I went. I didn't give a damn. I was involved with my problems, only my problems. Didn't care about nobody. And he says to him, now 70 years old, no one cares about me now. Because he says, common sense. Here. You see, it's not the point. Here we learn the biggest story. Common sense, if you don't go and you do it again and again, it comes to be, the simple things comes to be a decision for a sin. This kid's saying like a sin. Once in a while you don't do it. You come to the Spanish. Once in a while you don't do this, don't do that. Once in a while you can come night, you don't come to the minyan. But every day you sleep in bed till 9 o'clock. There's common sense. You can sit here. I'm telling you, all the books. You look in the books of psychologist books. If a person gets up after 8 in the morning, he has to go to a doctor. It just says in the books. A person that gets up after 8 in the morning, he has to see a psychiatrist. Why is that? Why? You don't need a yeshiva for that. You have to get up. World is fun, sun, the moon. You have to get up, you have to do something. Work, learning. You have to go, not sleeping in bed after 8 o'clock in the morning. What is this? It's against common sense. It doesn't say this in the Shulchan Aruch. It doesn't say this in the Rambam. It doesn't say that. But where it says this? Common sense. Teva, this common sense. I mean, you missed it. Chaim, you missed it, was here. I mean, it's the common sense that Hashem made the Teva that way. That you have to get up in the morning, get up. And if for a moment you made a decision. Wait a second. You made a decision to do it again and again. I get up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock every day. That comes to be and made a decision for sin. If what happens, one day you get up, you're tired, you went to a wedding, you got up 8 o'clock, you can understand. Once, a person you understand. But if you made a decision, do it again and again, the same thing again and again, is you make a decision for sin. This Chomer Shlomo says. You made a decision for sin. One must get up. Not to eat. I'm saying very important, this idea. They asked Rabbi Yoshiv, one of the big Dora Torah, why are you asking which midah that he had to be Zoichet Shimon? Which midah from all his midos was Zoichet to be Rabbi Yoshiv? They asked him. Which midah? It's very important what I'm saying here. Listen, this is Zov, not Yakesev, it's Zov. They asked Rabbi Yoshiv what midah caused him to be, like the Gemara says, B'mai Achta Yomim. The Gemara says a lot of midas. The Gemara says, I came late, a lot of things. They asked Rabbi Yoshiv which midah he had was Zoichet to be Rabbi Yoshiv. You know what he said? Who knows what he said? It looks simple. He said something. You know what he said? Never in his life he missed a meal. Never in his life he missed one meal. He ate lunch, supper, breakfast, lunch, and supper. He never missed one meal of his life. He never missed one meal. Because of that, he came out Yoshi. He said, I ate good, I learned good. It says that in the Shulchan Aruch. Common sense. If you eat good, you learn good. If people don't, every day the yeshiva has breakfast here. You know how much people don't, they make breakfast for all the yeshiva. How many people don't eat? They don't come for breakfast. And not saying against people. I'm saying you have to, Baruch Hashem. You have to common sense. What's common sense says? You eat, you have energy to learn. What are we saying?
What if a person eats good and he gets angry because he ate good?
So yes, it's good. Yes, they know why. Yes, he changes metabolism, he used to eat slower. Now you have to go check this out why. But not trying to say, I'm trying to say, Hashem made us a nature and common sense. Says Choves HaLevavos, simple things that you do it, you make a decision, and you do it again and again, causes that is a sin. Even a mice is not a sin for himself. One time to get up at 8 o'clock, not to eat one day lunch, supper. What is the problem? No problem. But if you do it again and again, then it comes to be a problem. Your body's not feeling good. This not good. This not good because they're doing it again and again and again. Even simple things and easy things. What causes a person comes to be a sin. It comes in everything that way. What want us to say? Now, let's continue. Is not true on it. I'm holding this, the third line from the top. The ktana shebaveros im asmodo velo gdoilem im bakoshas hamechila. V'hu, and he says like this. V'hu. I'm holding like this. You have ktana shebaktanas. You have small things ba'aveira. Like I said to you, small things, common sense, small things, small, very small, common sense, very small things. But do it again and again. Here, this side here. En ktana shebaveros im asmod. Look this. Small things, you do it again and again and again. This is like, is very, 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 cannot do tshuva on it. And also gdoila, something that is big, like killing someone, chas v'shalom, robbing, stealing, smacking person, hitting his parents, beating them up. Bad things, very bad. Only you have to have b'kosher mechil. You have to one thing ask, say I'm sorry. If you did a big thing, you go, you push your friend and he falls down. Or you go and you smack your friend. Here. Right second, wait a minute. This, if you did a big thing, what you have to do? Say I'm sorry. Every person can make a mistake. But if you made a mistake, what you have to do? Say, I'm sorry. Small thing, don't do it again and again. But big things, what you have to do? Say, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Say, I'm sorry. Ask sorry. With the do tshuva. What is the problem? Do tshuva. With the geder of tshuva. With the geder of tshuva. Sorry, I'll do it again. You know, the geder of mechila. What do you want to say?
We want to see this is one person, hear another person will say, and then this person say, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, it's not.
No, you don't understand. You see, saying a sorry has to be with the rules of saying sorry.
With the truth.
It has to be, you won't do it again, and you feel bad, then you say sorry. But now, I'm saying sorry, and then next person again is not sorry. It's not considering sorry. It's only you're making a phony. You're a phony. And he continues. V'asmodo moire al zbizonoi dvar Elokim. Shu meke mitzvos v'azorosoi. Omezamen atzol onshoy. If you do a sin, small thing, small sin, easy sin, not to come to pray, minyan. Synagogue. You don't come to synagogue. You put tefillin in your room, not in synagogue. Small things, not big things. But if you do it again and again, What comes out, you're showing you don't respect tefillah. You don't respect davening and minyan. You don't respect it, and you cause it to a self-punishment. What means you cause a punishment? Because in mitzvahs esef, you don't do it. So in a time when Hashem is angry, He punishes people who don't do chaz v'shalom, do mitzvahs esef. Or you do something, you do mitzvah, you don't have to do mitzvahs esef, or lois esef, you do it again and again, you cause yourself to do a punishment. If you do it, say it again, it shows you have gaiva. Because you have gaiva, and it basically is showing you desecrate Hashem. Tvar Hashem bosom. Void. I'm holding the word void in the side. In the middle of the page, I'm starting the first line. Void. You have it, void?
Yeah.
Void. Before I continue, I want to explain something. כי הסמודה על העבירו היא מקטנה הולכת וגדלה בהסמודוסו עלינו. If you have a sin that is small, you do it again and again, it comes big. It's like a snowball. You know what a snowball means? Snow. And you take a small ball, you do it again and again and again, around. And come, how big it can come? Big. Big, big. What? They're saying if a small sin, and do it again and again and again, and it comes big, big, big sin. Even if it's only small. But again and again and again. So, and something that is big, and he do tshuva, now he says the positive. Something big, and he did tshuva on it. And he asked Mechila. So then, and you have Yirat Shamayim. Olech v'chosem, and then again, small, it comes small, and the big comes small and small. Ad shetimcha me'asef bonus. Till Hashem forgives you, v'inokim mena balei tshuva. Then Hashem forgives you in tshuva. It means basically you have tshuva. Something that is a big sin. But you do ask Hashem Mechila. Every day ask Hashem, please forgive me, I'm sorry. And you do tshuva on it, the sin, the big sin comes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Till you clear yourself, there's no sin. It means the two sides. Small sin, you do it again and again and again. What happens is, it comes big sin. And a big sin, if you ask Hashem forgiveness and slowly, till Hashem forgives, like any sin, no sin at all. Aloi tire. If you have a string of silk, you know silk string, if you pour again and again and again, the string it comes to be thick. It can be thick like this. It can carry even boats. It can carry even mountains, wood. If you do it again and again, small, it can be. Same thing is like this. Even something is very weak, but you do it again and again, it comes to be very bad. The same thing is sickness. So he says, "Kanema al tabe de katnus v'shasisa, ach ame de gadush michatos holoi." Don't look on the person and the sin that you did. Look on your sin to Hashem. Don't look at it small as nothing. You sin to Hashem. Atisva b'sichlus benodim urametz benecho. You have to feel bad that you don't know that knowing Hashem. Hashem sees you, and He knows you more, and He won't forget you, and He doesn't ever forget nothing, Hashem. He writes it in front of it. So what is basically Chovos HaLevavos is telling you in this piece? You have small things that is big, and it's big, and it can be small. Depending how you make it. Now you have two sins in front of you. Everybody look, you have two sins. One sin is what? A person takes his father and goes and he smacks him, and it comes blood out of his father. Big sin. And you have another person, only with his mouth, he curses him. He says, you are nobody. He curses his father. Two sins. Which punishment you get worse? The what? Or the words. Why? Why? Because the smack big one, you feel bad, and you do a sorry, I am sorry all my life, until you do tshuva. But the small thing, only say one word, you do it again and again and again. My father's like this, my father, every day you say it again in your heart. My father's not good, my mother's not good, my friend is not good, my this is not good, and he is not good, and the rabbi is not good, and the rabbi is not good. And my father didn't care, my 20 years didn't care about me. And my father's a bad father, and your heart is saying bad, bad, bad. So the sin gets worse and worse. Stop! Stop it. From now on, change yourself. Change yourself. And make a real decision and be about samcha. Make a decision, rely on yourself, and what you say, I really want to change. So now, this is the Musar asking you. So because of that, he gets skila. Everybody curses his father the first time, he gets skila. Hating your father, get chenek less. Because this is something, the first time, I mean, it could cause you a million times. I always have this question. What is worst? To go to town. Listen carefully to the question. Yosef, what is worst? To go to town, Ben Yehuda, that's it, Ben Yehuda, town. Years ago it used to be town. I don't know today, I don't know it was the town today. To go to Ben Yehuda, and it's a Ben Yehuda that says to be the town. I don't know today. Go to Ben Yehuda, or to go and to eat pig. What is worst? This is the question. Pig, you're not allowed. But if you go to Ben Yehuda, what happens to you? Slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly. You take off your yarmulke, you take off your tzitzis, you take off your pants, and you run after the woman, everybody all day and night. So what is worst? What is worst? What is worst of Chaim? Because this is something, the Ben Yehuda is only a little thing, but it's common sense. This is called common sense. It's something simple, easy. What is the problem to go to Ben Yehuda? But if you go once to Ben Yehuda, and you get used there, and it's only a common sense. Why is it problem Ben Yehuda? Because there's bad friends there. Bad friends. It's no sin. It's a big sin, a bad friends. Only one time you go to drink some beer, and we drink, and it's not a real big sin. But common sense. A moment you go to bad friends, they pull you, and they pull you, and they pull you. To what? Take off your yarmulke, tzitzis, and take you off. It takes you out all the Torah mitzvot. So you have to be careful even one time not to go to Ben Yehuda. I mean, Ben Yehuda is town. Be careful with bad friends even one time. Only one time I smoke a cigarette. One time I smoke something. One time can get you what? Shh. One time I take this, a drug. One time causes you. Shh. Takes you out. So the first time already is already dangerous. Like what? Like this. But if you ate one time, listen, one time you ate pig. One time. Oh yes, I'm sorry. I ate the pig. I'm sorry. Oh, you'll die if you feel bad. It's not good. You're not allowed to eat it. It's a sin, big sin. But you feel bad and bad and bad, and then you do tshuva on it. Because this is bigger, and then you do tshuva on it. But the other thing, it looks small, but that small end will cause you. I know a story of Rosh Yeshiva Tzechai Vrocha. Listen, Elisha. I know the story in the yeshiva used to be. A boy in the yeshiva here came to yeshiva years ago. My father said, he's married, he's been ritual. I think he's alive today. I don't know years I see him. When he came to yeshiva, what the Rosh Yeshiva did to the first thing? Took his passport. He took his passport and he put it in the safe of the yeshiva. So I asked him, why you did that? He says it's dangerous to go back to America. He go back to America, his friends and will take him out. He won't come back to be Torah. What is the problem to go to America? It's a sin. He has a father, a mother there, family. What is the problem to go back? But if he goes back, if he has bad friends, what happens to him? And bad friends will pull him out. It won't be no Torah at Shemayim. For 10 years, I think, even for 20 years, he didn't go back. Then he came back after he was married and children and everything. Then he went back. So Rashiva saved his life. He said, I'm saving you your life and taking away the best from you not to go out. It's called small thing. That is what? It comes big. And you have big things that come small. It depends how you relate to it. This is very important. Listen, what is the problem to stay up in the room and stay up late?
Get up.
What is the problem? You stay up late till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you talk. You don't get up to the minyan in the morning. If you don't, it's only not, what is a big sin to get up too late? It's a small thing. But if it's a small thing, it's common sense. What's the problem? No, it's not big sin. But the small thing will get, then all day you're tired and you don't function and your mind, you lost your mind. So God is sleeping time. God is sleeping time in the yeshiva helps you to get up in the morning. Helps you to get up in the morning. That you have to know that. That is important. It's called, you have to call it kal, that is chomu. It's simple, but it's chomu if you don't do it. The easy thing, and then it comes a small, the big thing. The easiest thing is what? What is the problem? Only a small sin. I go to town and I come 1 o'clock at night. It's a small thing. But if you get to sleep 1 o'clock tomorrow, how you can get up to the minyan? How you can get up to the minyan if you go to sleep at 1 o'clock? You cannot. So you get up 9 o'clock. You don't put it down in the minyan. You don't eat. And then you don't eat. You come to the base renders, you cannot learn. You start 10 o'clock, and all day goes like that. All day goes. So we have to change and know is something that is easy, something is kal, it can be very chomu. Very chomu. Very chomu. I don't want to be married too long to be in time and seder and to learn all these things. Is a list of things. It says in the Shara Tshuva, and it's born in Sefer Charedim Al Chol HaMaaseh. If someone doesn't say shalom to his friend 3 days, is oive the isur doraisa lo stisa achicha bevavecha. Doraisa. If someone say good morning, good night to a friend, says the what is that? If he didn't say shalom, means he's missing a relationship. So after, it means it's because it starts there. You want to be, why sinas chino? It starts with what? Don't say shalom to a friend, and it builds up and it builds up, and then you lost connection. It's what? It starts with small things. It doesn't start with big things. It starts with small. Sinas chinam. A sin of chinam. What? I don't say to my friend 3 days shalom. I'm building already sinner. Listen carefully. 3 days you don't say shalom to your friend. It says that you're building already the sin as chinam. And that destroyed the Chom B'Samidash. Why? Because that small thing, you don't say shalom to your friend 3 days, it goes, what happens in Chaim? The Chom B'Samidash. You only started, say shalom to your friend. You didn't come with It's all small things. It starts with small, and it is. We have to use a common sense. Hashem gave us a bracha. Come use it, and know not small things, it's big things. And try to use your mind in the right way, healthy. You have to be healthy mentally, physically, and do the right things. Hashem gave us a bracha, and we have the Torah that gives us everything, the information what to do. But we don't know.
You say shalom to your friend, and he doesn't even answer you.
So what? Don't worry about it. And then you have to do it. So what? You get used to it. Not everybody's healthy. What you can do? You do the best you could. Hashem is big as his ways. You do your job. I'll tell you Gemara says. The Gemara. Gemara says Rav Zera. I think Rav Zera. I think Gemara says Rav Zera had neighbors that they're gangsters. The Gemara says. I think it was Zera. Listen, Yosef. Rav Zera had neighbors that is gangsters. Not very, very bums. Very bad. The Gemara says it. And every morning he says, say to them, good morning, and good night, shalom aleichem. And you think they answer back? Who doesn't answer back? But every day he said to them, when he passed away, the neighbors said, what happened? He doesn't say shalom to us every morning. What will be? He doesn't say the bracha of shalom. They're missing the bracha of shalom. They did tshuva and they came big tzaddikim, all of them. Only from that, the Gemara says. Because they're missing the shalom of the tzaddik. See, even if you do it, shalom, they don't answer you, everything has effect. Now, you never know. I try to tell you, everything you do it as a picture. You do your job and Hashem does their job. If you don't answer, you don't feel bad. Moichel them. They're either busy, their mind is not there, they're holding there. And people say to you, you always answer them, also not. You think answer everybody Shalom Aleichem always? Check this out yourself, also not always. You check this out. Hashem will help us to be chazek. Be chazek. The small things make chazek it, and it's because big things. And it's what are the small things? Common sense. Make sure you have that. Small thing is small of it that can produce more and more. And these things is small thing because big things. Work on it. Hashem will help us chazek us and make a decision to do the big things, to do tshuva mechila, and the small thing may be a faith for the mechazik, not to fall into the small thing. Hashem will help us out.